Hey, what's up, everybody? It's just Charles Sebastian. Welcome you guys to another episode of the DREAMERSPRO show. We cover everything from sports, hot topics, classic debates, entertainment, and we give you guys a fresh perspective on things. And now we see them, and we back again. Dun-dun-dun. We back. Let me stop playing with y'all, man. Make sure you guys follow me on Instagram. My handle is CTABANZ. And make sure you like the video and sub to the channel. So some of y'all like, what happened, DREAMERSPRO? I thought you was going to be back on the 18th, son. A lot of people started, man. People was messaging us all over the place. Where y'all at, man? Where you guys go to? And I'm like, yo, I'm on break, man. I'm on break. But a lot of people have been like, yo, come back. Make content, man. Come back. So here we are. You know what I mean? Here we are. We still on vacay. But I said, let me just pop out real quick and do a quick video or two here. And then we're going to disappear into the shadows before Monday, to get back on Monday. But anyway, so I've been watching out there, seeing what people have been talking about. I'm not going to lie, I've been having a fantastic break here, having a great time with the family, and it's been awesome. But some things have been happening out there, right? A lot of clown stuff has been taking place out there. People saying some crazy stuff in media, looking for who they're going to get them to talk about them and all of that. I've been watching people and a lot of the buffoonery that's been taking place. But I came across a clip yesterday that was centered on some comments that were about Kobe Bryant, right? And it's from the channel Tyler Rose TV. So as y'all know, we were talking a lot about Kobe before the break. A lot of people were trying to ride the Kobe Bryant wave, talking about, well, if Kobe did this, I could do this too. NBA players are just basically trying to rewrite their history. The disrespect had reached the fever pitch. And a lot of us started pushing back. Kobe supporters came out in droves, man. Even people that were not Kobe Bryant supporters, fans of his, came out and started defending Kobe. Like, what is this? What is this nonsense? What's going on here? Like, what's all of this buffoonery that's going on? Especially after that Bleacher Report top 100 list, right? So people have been pushing back. People have been, sticking up for Kobe, which is a great thing, right? Which is a great thing. So this guy here, he apparently came across some sound from one of Kobe Bryant's teammates on the Los Angeles Lakers, who goes by the name of Samaki Walker. Now, if those of you remember who that is, good for y'all. I remember who he is clearly. He played with, I think Shaq was on the team at that time. I forgot what specific years, but I remember him being teammates with Kobe. I remember seeing them together in games and all of that, right? So apparently he was being interviewed. And he was asked to react to these NBA players that are now trying to rewrite their history and make it seem like as if, I could have been as good as Kobe. If I was given the opportunity as a Kobe Bryant had, I could have been Kobe Bryant too, right? And he basically shut all of that down. He was like, y'all are bugging. Y'all are bugging. Like, y'all would know you would not have been Kobe, because it's not as just simple as, oh, you airdrop me onto the Lakers team and I go on to win championships. No, because it's not just about that. You got to what about the intangibles? What about the hard work and all of that? It takes more than just averaging similar numbers to Kobe Bryant to be able to say, oh, I can do what he did. And he's like, he was shutting all of his former peers down, like, knock it off, and actually calling them out by name, like T-Mac and Gilbert Arenas and all of them. I'm like, this is what we need, and we need it done with this type of energy, right? This is how it needs to be set. But before we even get into what he had to say, today's video is brought to you by our sponsor, Game Time. One of the things I love the most is making unforgettable memories with family and friends. And one of the things I hate the most is overpaying for tickets only to find out that there was a better deal out there. That's one of the reasons I started using Game Time. Game Time is the easy go-to app for last-minute tickets to sports, concert, and theater events across 60-plus states in the US and Canada. Game Time saves me time, money, and stress by curating only the best deals, so I'm not wasting a whole bunch of time scrolling through overpriced tickets. Game Time Picks is my favorite tool. It highlights the best value seats instantly. No more guesswork, no more wasting time. For example, I'm really looking forward to watching some of these NBA Summer League games. Here's what I like to do. I choose between the cheapest deal, the great deal, or the amazing deal. Once you select the ticket you want, you can use their panoramic seat view to ensure you know exactly what you're getting before you buy. So take the guesswork out of buying tickets with Game Time. Download the app, create an account, and use code CLNS for $20 off your first purchase. Again, create an account and use redeem code CLNS for $20 off. And remember, whenever you support this sponsor, you're supporting this channel. Thank you. So what we want to do is we're going to play what Samaki Walker had to say here about these NBA players trying to rewrite their history and ride the Kobe Bryant wave. And I'm going to come back and continue on with the show. Take a listen to what he had to say here.
What I laugh is that now everybody got a platform to kind of control their own narrative, right? So everybody want to come back now and rewrite their own narrative about, well, what I could have did and did this. Well, damn it, do it when you had the chance. That's as simple as that. And if you didn't, shut the I'm calling cap. Let me tell you something. I love T-Mac. T-Mac, one of my favorite players. In fact, yes, he was as talented and potentially even more talented than Kobe from a pure talent standpoint. And we keep talking about this Mamba mentality, but see, we seem to have amnesia when it comes to really talking about what separates players.
Talk about it.
See, Kobe, again, played 20 years because of how he treated his body. It was the consistency. You heard T-Mac and you hear Gilbert and all these other guys talk about it, how Kobe approached. But yet, all of a sudden, now I want my ego stroke. Now, all of a sudden, we just going to forget about all that. Hell no. Kobe was that guy. I told you, I used to sit and watch this guy for 20 minutes, roll the ball out, go to all 5 spots on the court, no trainer, nobody there, play the game through his imagination and imagine and putting players in place. Guys wasn't doing that. Like, chill out with that, fam. Would T-Mac challenge Shaq the way he did? So we talking mentality now. Would that happen? I doubt it. Kobe had the mentality to bring the best out of the diesel and carry that and wasn't willing to become confrontational with nobody. It was a mentality thing. So if we're going to continue to try to separate mentality from talent or try to group it all together as if, talent is all about talent. If you just look at pure talent, yeah, he can do everything. T-Mac can do anything Kobe can do from a talent perspective.
Yep.
But when it comes down to mentality, Kobe's health for 20 years also has to do with his approach and how he carried himself off the court. The methodical training, the details. It's the details.
And people not thinking too, like the time was different. Back in the days, the teams were scoring 95 total points. You know what I'm saying? So when Kobe dropped 60, you understand he dropping 60 and 90 points. Like it was different.
Or 70 after 3 on Dallas.
Right. Like it's different.
Yeah, dog. I'm tired of hearing it. When Booker scores 70 and then Donovan Mitchell scores 60 and he's the Kobe. I'm like, shut up, man.
Come on with all that, bro.
So you heard his comments. Let me tell you where I think a lot of this comes from. I think a lot of it comes from jealousy and envy. I think a lot of it comes from the fact that these guys are not at peace with what they did. When you are at peace with your career, or not even just basketball in general, when you can look back and say, hey, man, I did the best that I could. I worked as hard as I could. Then you don't have any regrets. You don't need to reach and pull out these what if scenarios. Well, if I did what that guy did. Whenever you start doing that, it shows that a part of you is not at peace with what you did. And a part of you feels like you could have done more. But instead of owning up to that fact, you now try to paint realities where it's like, oh, well, if I had what that guy had, then I could. No. And that's what a lot of these guys have been trying to do. They're not at peace with their careers, so they're using Kobe Bryant as a stepping stone to say, well, look, Kobe could have did this. I could have did what Kobe did if he put me in that similar position. When they know damn well they would have never said no crazy stuff like that had the man been alive. You know how I know that? Because they never said it. They probably felt this in their hearts for a very, very, very long time, but they never publicly came out and said that because Kobe would have been like, excuse me, what? And I think that's one of the reasons a lot of people are upset with these guys, because like, not only are you saying crazy stuff, but the fact that you're saying it about a guy who can't defend himself and you never said it when he was here causes a lot of people to lose respect for you. It's like, because you're talking about a guy that cannot defend himself. If you want to draw parallels, why don't you talk about somebody that's currently alive and say, oh, if you put me in this guy's shoes, I can do it. And then we can sit back and watch that guy respond to you and be like, yo, knock it off. So a lot of people are viewing this as sucker because you're talking about a guy that's not here to defend himself. There are a lot of NBA players that you can look at and be like, man, if you put me in his position, I could have did what he did. I could have did what he did. And then those guys who are still around could call you out and be like, bro, you're bugging. You and I were not on the same level. You and I were not the same player. But to do it with a guy that's not here makes y'all look like suckers. That's just the reality of it all. That's the reality that's the sucker element in all of this. You're talking about a guy that's not here to defend himself. And when the guy was here, we didn't hear a peep out of these dudes. A peep. Nothing. So that's why a lot of these guys are upset, man. And I appreciate Samaki Walker for putting it down the way and giving it up the way he did, because that's exactly how it needs to be said. So you guys let me know what you think about what he had to say in the comment section. We're going to catch you on the next show, and I'm out. Peace.